Hey guys, hello from Lamphun in the north of Thailand, and this is a really ancient small city that we're going to have a look around today, and it's very tranquil, very interesting place, a lot of history. Let's check it out. All right, let's get into it. So, got a nice walk lined up. It's actually my first time to Lamphun. It's only 18 minutes by train from Chiang Mai, and so far I'm really enjoying it. It's great. If you've seen most of my videos, you know most of the places I've had on the channel so far are places I've been to, but not this one. It's one of these very special things you see in Thailand, these customized buses. It's a really big thing in Thailand. Not quite as much of them around now. There are not quite as much of them around now as there were, but still quite a number. Those are normally the ones that organized tour groups go in. So, Lamphun. It's what Thais would call an ancient city. It is definitely quite old. And it's got a moat around it. This is part of the moat right here. As you can see, it's really lovely with a little walking path down there, and you can walk up here as well. Very, very nice. So it's an oval shaped moat, a bit different from Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai has a square shaped moat. And like I said, Lamphun is actually older than Chiang Mai, and it was the capital of a kingdom that was a Mon kingdom. So the Mon are now today a minority ethnic group in Thailand, but in the past they controlled definitely a lot of Thailand, maybe most of it even. It's hard to say really, but yeah, probably most of central modern day Thailand, you could say. So the first ruler of that kingdom on record was a queen, actually. Just through there you can see there's an old wooden house just behind that fence, behind the trees there. There are a sprinkling of old wooden houses as you walk in to the town from the train station, and it's a lovely train station, one of the prettier ones in Thailand. Actually, you can see it a bit more closely if you check my Riding the Rails in Thailand video that shows the northern train line between Bangkok and Chiang Mai. You can get a good look at the Lamphun train station in that video. But it's a nice little walk, a quiet walk, coming in from the train station. Not too long of a walk, with a few places to stop to get a drink or something to eat. Quiet little road coming in from there. And there are a handful of cheap hotels along there that look quite tidy, starting from around 250 baht up to like around 400 or 500 baht, this kind of price range, none of which I could find on the booking websites. So there's still a lot of that in Thailand, which is really great, the old style thing for old style travelers, backpacker style, where you can just turn up and find a place to sleep. So that's really cool. So there's a little bit of a street market along here now, as you can see. So, as I was saying, this place apparently originally had a queen. And the name of the kingdom, can I say it the right way? I'll wait a little bit, actually. I have to think about the pronunciation of that one. But yeah, as far as the queen goes, we're going to take a look at a statue of her later, where a lot of Thai women like to go to make an offering. And she's quite voluptuous looking from the statue, at least. Who knows how close to reality that would be, but a lot of Thai women go to that statue and make an offering to her or to her memory in hopes of fertility, blessings of fertility. This temple is very important, and we're going to take a look in a second, but I'll just show you guys the view from this bridge here of the moat, just to give you a slightly better idea. It is really nice. So this bridge is closed at the moment. Looks like they're gonna repave it, which seems like a good idea. So a colorful bridge further down there. Yeah, it's a nice spot, very tranquil. Okay, let's head across and check out the temple over here. So this temple is very old. It's one of half a dozen or more sprinkled around in the old town, and there are some other ones outside the old town, not far, short walking distance, that are very nice ones as well. So if you're a temple spotter, it's a great place for you to come. Definitely there are some above average ones here. Okay, so along the riverside here, you can see it's a little bit market style. You can get some touristy items, can get some drinks and food and so on. And if you compare places, like shop around a bit, you can get very reasonable prices here, actually. So I just had a latte earlier for 40 baht. So comparing that with Bangkok, that's a lot cheaper, like by half. Okay, so this temple is considered by Thais to be a highlight, or probably the highlight of this small city. Here's a map, actually. You can see the moat shape around there. That's actually the moat, like an oval shape. And there's a river also running alongside. Just when you go outside the moat there a little bit. And that's not too bad looking either. So, looking at this place, you might think it looks like a large town, but there are a number of places like that around the world. So a city is kind of a designation that's quite political, really. Usually they get that designation, or they got that designation back in the old times from kings back in the day, and it gave them certain trading rights and so on. So cities were a lot smaller in the old times than they are now. So you do find some cities that look basically like big towns in Europe as well, not only in Asia. But okay, we'll call it a small city. And it's a very nice one. So I'm really happy that I finally made it to Lamphun. So you can see it's quite an overcast day. That's actually really nice. So it's not too hot. You can just wander around here, feeling quite relaxed. Even a little bit of a breeze starting up, which might mean a bit of rain might come along, but we'll see how it goes. So the central chedi or pagoda here, it's quite a nice one. One of the better ones in Thailand. I've seen a lot of them. I only come to Thailand for the temples, I'll have you know. That's right. Just like the guidebook said. Yeah. Okay. Well, so this little side gate here is this woman looking for money, sitting at the side gate with her dish there. Could be. I've seen stuff like that in Italy as well. People sitting inside the steps of entrances of cathedrals asking for coins. So, I just wanted to show you something outside this little side gate here. You can see it's actually part of the temple. But it looks like they've got a school in this part. It's quite common in Thailand that temples have schools as well. This nice kind of jetty here, obviously very old. Okay, we'll duck back into the main part of the temple and we'll head through to the back part. It's quite interesting. So, just in front of us here, it's a little reclining Buddha there, by the way, but just in front of us here, there's another highlight of this temple. Very old looking, I wouldn't know what to call it exactly. It could be called a prang or chedi, but the style is different from what you normally see in Thailand. It's more of a Mon style, I would say, with the kind of alcoves with the little Buddha statues. Some of them are missing. Very nice. Something a bit different. Okay, let's head out the back of the temple, or maybe technically it's the front. It's hard to say really, but it comes out, this part comes out on the main road that goes through the center of the old town. And then if you take a right, you head back towards where the train station is, but we're gonna take a left. So there are some interesting buildings along the way here, as you can see. Some of them have some interesting looking old shops. The architecture in Lamphun is reasonably interesting. It's not like super wow, but it's nice. Like I said earlier, there are some old wood buildings sprinkled around as you walk in from the train station, enough to make it look nice. It's a very leafy town, lots of trees around. There's the Haripunchai National Museum. Haripunchai, that's the old name for Lamphun. So Haripunchai, like Hari, Pun, Chai. I think chai can mean yes in Thai, I'm pretty sure, in a super kind of polite, agreeable way. So, but it probably doesn't mean that in that name. But yeah, I'm sure it has some kind of meaning. I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. Okay, so if you want to know a bit more about the older history of the place, you can always check that museum. I've read reviews of it. It doesn't sound that great to me, but it sounds like it could be organized a bit better. But I guess if you've got a bit of spare time and you want to spend $1 or $2, it's a very old looking style shop over there. It looks cool. One of the things I like about these kind of towns the most, you don't get a lot of foreign tourists. Mostly you get Thai tourism. And Thai tourism within Thailand has really expanded a lot in the last 10 years, as some of these older towns have suddenly been viewed as not just like run down backwaters like they used to be looked at like that by most Thais. They've come to be viewed as heritage. And you get a lot of young people opening cafes and some people renovating the oldest buildings and stuff like that. And it's really nice. It's the way it should be. It improves the country, improves those towns, and can help to preserve some of the older buildings. But of course, Thailand still has a long way to go as far as that kind of thing goes. But let's hope it keeps going in that direction. So some of the smaller buildings you see in these kind of towns made from wood can be actually quite old. And they're kind of funky. But yeah, as far as finer type architecture goes, well, in the beginning of the video you saw I was outside an old part of the wall of the city. So there were defensive walls going around this city, which are mostly destroyed now, but there are bits of the wall around as you circle around the moat, and it's a nice walk actually, definitely worth doing. There's a city gate down there. There are some fragments of the wall down there as well, so at different points you get bits of the wall still standing. So Roger Waters would like this place. Does anybody here remember Roger Waters? Yeah. Some of us do. I do. Some good memories, yes. Okay, even though the music was a bit depressing actually when you think about it, but some of it was not depressing. Okay, so I said also about finer architecture. This place over the road here, this was a prince's palace, and it's basically a mansion, a lovely big old house. Must be the nicest one in town, I would say. It's the nicest one I've seen. It is very nice and obviously quite old, fairly old. So it's good to be a prince, eh? I wouldn't mind being a prince. If anyone out there is looking for a prince or needs a prince, I'm available. I have some experience with royalty. I have met I've met one real princess, actually, a real one. I won't say the name, but a princess from Samoa. And that's a story for another time. But yeah. So I've got a bit of experience with that kind of thing, let's say. Okay, so back on the main street here. We're just looping slightly back there. I just wanted to show you guys the old palace, and we're gonna turn off the side here now because there's another nice kind of a chedi thing, prang thing here as well. Stuck in this kind of parking lot behind some shops. Nice place to park your car, isn't it? Could bring a bit of good luck that no one messes around with your wheels, hopefully. Who knows? But or maybe the car thieves or motorbike thieves think it can bring them luck. Who knows, right? Well, well, well. What have we here? It's a well. It's maybe a wishing well. I'm not sure. I saw someone taking water out of there earlier. My wish is to not fall in the well, but it's not that deep. I guess it would be alright somehow. Okay, so we're back on a little side street, another cute-ish temple. And wandering around behind the Prince's Palace. It's just over the wall there. Alright, we're gonna swing into this little side alley. And this leads us into the main market of the old town of Lamphun. So it's worth checking the markets. We'll just have a little peek for a couple minutes and then I'll show you guys some other cool stuff. Okay, let's dive into the market and see what they've got here. Might find some bargains. Machete can be handy. Always handy to have a machete. You never know when you might need it. Let's head down the side first of all. Some tourist type gear here. If you want to ditch your office day job look while you're on holiday in Thailand and try to look like a kind of wannabe hippie, it's your big opportunity. Hello. Yeah, so more dried stuff. You see it all around the region. A lot of it's pretty good though. Definitely worth checking out that stuff. Come back in here in a second. I just want to pop out the side and show you guys something interesting for just a minute. Okay, so you might be thinking, what am I doing bringing you out here? It looks a bit rough, doesn't it? Around the back of the market. Come on with me around the back of the market. I want to show you something. Yeah, but actually, what I want to show you is a hottie. We got a hottie over here. It's the former queen of Haripunchai. Here she is, and there's a woman, maybe she's trying to get some good luck for fertility. Apparently the woman come here looking for good luck for fertility. And you see she is quite shapely. She looks good. And yeah, this is the place, ladies and maybe gentlemen. I see there's a guy there as well. Don't know if it works for guys, but you can try it anyway. Why not? Give it a go. Okay, let's get back into the market here. Head on along through the side of this market and check out what wares they've got on offer. A lot of clothing in this part. Just along the side here. Now it has a bit of fresh fruit and vegetable there. We'll just cut on through into this part. Here we go. Some more dried stuff. Not sure what that is. Kind of dimly lit, but I think you guys can get the idea. Some kinds of fruit and vegetables you wouldn't have seen at home for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys and gals. Some orange stuff there, if you like orange stuff. I think it's some kind of paste for using as a base for making curries or something like that. I'm not sure actually, but yeah, this is where you find out how a town's doing. Checking out the local markets. Oh, sad day for the poor creatures being sold alive, of course. It's always sad to see that, but what can you do? It's the circle of life. There's nothing we can do about it, and a lot of people buy meat or animal products on a styrofoam tray and they don't give it a second thought, but then they see a creature alive in a tub like that in some water that's going to be killed soon for someone's lunch, and then they feel all sad about it. But it just shows, you know, people have to think a bit more about that kind of stuff. Not necessarily saying you shouldn't eat meat, but just saying it's good to think about where it comes from and how creatures are treated. No matter what's going to happen in the end. All right, let's take a right as we come out of the market there. So we've crossed over to the other side of the old town, and you see the moat along the side here. So come out the back of the market there, and I came along this way earlier in the morning. It was a nice little stroll, actually. So we're gonna walk down, we're gonna follow the moat and walk a bit further down where there's a section of the wall you can see in the distance and tell you some more stuff. Okay, so like I said, we just went a bit further up the moat there to the bit of wall you could see back there, and here it is. There's another gate here. And we're going to take a left turn across the moat. You see there's a temple up here, but we're going to go down for about 12 to 15 minute walk, and there's another temple further down. It's one of the highlights of the town as well. We'll have a quick look at that one. So let's head on down there and I'll show you guys. Okay, so here we are at Wat Chamthewi, and you can see it's very old, very nice one. These parts, obviously the oldest parts here, and again you got this kind of Mon style kind of pagoda thing, so it's a really nice one actually, very different from most of what you see in Thailand. Well worth walking out here, and it took me about 12 minutes to walk out from the moat, which is nothing really, but my feet are getting a bit sore. Actually, I've been walking all day. Get it on, bang it on. All right, so I got to get it on. Wouldn't mind getting on a song towel right now. One of these bicycle rickshaws would be nice to give my feet a break. Okay, coming back up on the moat here. So that was good there. Not much of a walk there for that side bit to see that temple. I think I misspoke before. I think I said when I was leaving the temple I'd like to jump on a song towel. That's actually like a converted pickup truck, which is used like a mini bus for local transport in the neighborhood. But what I meant to say was I'd like to jump in a samlaw, so like bicycle rickshaw, if there's one around. I've never actually tried one before, so we'll see if there's one along here somewhere or not. There might not be any around now, but I've got to head to the train station, so my feet are a bit sore. Would be handy. Pretty quiet along the side of the moat over here. I saw a few samlaw drivers hanging out here earlier in the morning. If there's one who's not busy, I'll see what we can do. Another one of the city gates here. Just following the moat around. Still no samlaw drivers that are free. Where are the samlaw drivers when you need one, eh? Probably hanging out with the cops, right? In the secret place where they hang out when you need one. But anyway, so I might have to do the long walk again from the old town to the train station, like I did this morning from the train station to the old town, but that's cool. No problem. We're old school. We do it like that. So some nice old wood houses around, a few of them anyway, a little bit around here and there, but elephant roundabout. It's pretty cool. And let's cross the moat again. It's kind of a multicolored bridge through the trees there that actually crosses the river that I guess the water from the moat comes in from just over that corner there. It must be a little side canal. Okay, this is the road to the train station, and it's a nice walk. So, looks like the quest for a Samalor ride will have to wait for another day, but that's cool. Something else to look forward to in the future. I've always felt a bit guilty actually about hiring a Samalor because they're always little skinny old men, but hey, they got to eat as well, right? They have an honest job there, so I decided I have to try one. After all, nothing wrong with it. I'm not too heavy to bike around for a short ride, but all right, so that'll be in an up and coming episode. All right, guys, so I really enjoyed this walk around Lamphun. I'm really thrilled that I finally made it to Lamphun, and glad to show you guys around, and hope you all enjoyed it. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit like, and hit the bell button, and drop us a comment, would be lovely. And yeah, if you could support the channel and click the buy me a coffee link, would be much appreciated. And we'll see you in the next one, and don't be late.